Fable Reboot may not be woke after all. In case you guys missed it, last week, the head of Microsoft Studios, Matt Booty, appeared on the Skill Up podcast where he talked about the Fable Reboot. During his appearance, he said that the Fable Reboot would be a modern take on the series. This got a lot of people thinking, including myself, that this game was just going to be another woke piece of trash. But in a now deleted tweet, a former employee who had worked on the game says that this isn't the case and that the game isn't going to be woke. And that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. As you can see, we are not over on Twitter because, like I said, the original tweet has actually been deleted. But luckily, I had a screenshot of it, and this is what it says. Hearing rumors about Fable being woke because of an interview where Booty said, for modern audiences, as someone who worked on Fable for months, I can assure you the game is not woke at all with modern audiences. It has meant something completely different but positive. Now, Tony Art did follow up with this tweet with a reply saying that for obvious reasons he can't elaborate. I believe that is what he said. I don't have a screen grab of it, but it is something like that. And to me, he was kind of using the excuse of a possible NDA for why he can't elaborate any farther, for why he can't actually tell us what Mr. Booty meant outside of just saying that the game isn't going to be woke. NDAs are serious things, you know? They kind of stop people from talking about things they maybe shouldn't be talking about. But in this case here, I can't really see an NDA stopping Tony Art from elaborating on what he means unless it has to do with the story. And if what Matt Booty said about Fable being a modern take is in, I guess, relation to the actual story of Fable, it makes me lean in the direction that the game is going to be woke despite what Tony Art is saying. I don't think I need to say that this video has a lot of speculation in it. It's based on stuff that I've seen in the video game industry with games like the Saints Row Reboot and how the devs were kind of marketing it, how they lied, all that stuff. But there are a few more things about the situation, about what Tony Art has said, that kind of got my eyebrows raising. And that is what we're going to be talking about right now. The first thing that seems a bit off to me is that these tweets are now deleted. Why would be the reason for that? I mean, if what Tony is saying is the truth, why would he delete it? Surely enough, the tweet never broke any NDAs because there's nothing about the game that is really talked about outside of him just saying that the game isn't woke. The second thing is this. We have heard this exact same song and dance before. We have game developers telling us that a game isn't going to be X, but it turns out to be exactly that. And a perfect example of this, and my favorite game to rag on because it deserves it so much, is the Saints Row Reboot. The third thing is that by Tony's own admission, he only worked on the game for a few months. Maybe at the time when he was working on it, it didn't seem like it was going in the woke direction, but that could have changed. The final thing and the biggest red flag in my book is that Matt Booty hasn't come out and clarified what he meant. We talked about Tony kind of clarifying what he said in a tweet, but ultimately that responsibility fell to Matt Booty because he is the one that said those words. And I think the reason why he isn't coming forward and saying, you know what, guys, this is what I actually meant, is because what he meant is exactly what we are thinking. And that is the game is going to be woke. Looking at the situation as a whole with what Matt Booty had said, with what Tony Art tweeted out, with him saying that he can't elaborate any farther, I think you can't really get a different answer other than the game. It's going to be woke. And I mean, I tried. For the love of God, I tried. I spent the entire weekend trying to come up with what Matt Booty could possibly mean when he said the Fable Reboot would be a modern take on the game. And the only things I could come up with is that it's going to affect the story, which in my mind is going to make the story woke, because we all know what the word modern is code for. I mentioned in my other Fable video that I absolutely love the series. Fable 1 was one of the very first RPGs I ever picked up, and it is what made me fall in love with the genre. So if I am wrong about this, if I am, I would be so goddamn happy about it. But with everything going on in the video game industry these days, I just find it hard to believe the word of a former employee who said that the game isn't going to be woke and then deleted their tweets. In case you guys didn't know, I'm GamerGeek. All this here, it is my opinion. It is pure speculation, so don't take any of it as fact. And if you're stuck around this long, why not watch part 1 of this video that is on screen now? I hope all of you have an amazing and wonderful day. Peace out.